Do you want to get more out of your very expensive Mac? Then try these 10 insanely useful Mac apps, coming right up with number 10, which is the app Raycast. It's similar to Alfred, which like every Mac app video seems to talk about. I'm not gonna do that because Raycast is an incredible alternative, and the best thing is that it's completely free to use. It's basically Apple's Spotlight search on steroids. Just press a preset keyboard shortcut and you get this Raycast search bar. You can then use it to trigger all sorts of actions. There are endless opportunities that allow you to work smarter, not harder. Of course, you can find apps or search for files, but you can also search for emojis to immediately insert into wherever you're typing. Or you can do unit or time conversions and even perform actions like eject all disks, empty the trash, or trigger a beautiful confetti animation. I have no idea how that can be useful, but somehow it's incredibly satisfying. And these endless opportunities become even more endless if you go to one of the actions and then press Command and K. For example, if I find the file I'm looking for, I can use Raycast's action menu to do things like show it in Finder, copy it, or even show a list of the other files in the same folder. While the number of actions in the menu can be overwhelming, after some time you know how to find what you're looking for. And then Raycast will really pay off. Like literally pay off, because as I said before, Raycast is completely free to use. Okay, next. If you want to reduce the number of clicks you make on your Mac, a very useful application called PopClip should definitely live in your menu bar. When you select a piece of text, you'll immediately get a pop-up menu similar to the one you get on iPhone and iPad when highlighting text. You can use it to copy and paste and even cut text, which normally isn't that easy to do on Mac. And it adapts to the text you highlight, so when it's a link, for example, PopClip shows you the action open link. But that's not all. And it gets even better when you check out the over 100 extensions that you can download from the PopClip website. That's where it really gets interesting. Once you've downloaded an extension, it also shows up in the pop-up menu. The developers are constantly adding new ones, but here are some of my highlights. The Google Translate extension opens Google Translate in your web browser and automatically inputs the selected text. Also useful is the Notes extension, which adds the selected text to an existing note or creates a new one. And just released, the ChatGPT extension sends the selected text to ChatGPT and appends the response. Given the long list of extensions available, you'll definitely find something that will make PopClip worth it, even considering the price point. You can get it on the Mac App Store for around $17 as a one-time purchase, or check out the free trial on the developer's website to test it first. Now, I'm sure you've heard of ChatGPT. I literally talked about it a few seconds ago, but there's really no way around it, and to be honest, it's an incredible tool that I use every single day. And if you do so too, you know the deal. Opening the web browser, opening the ChatGPT website, and boom, you're logged out again and have to sign back in. Or you just download the app MacGPT, which is completely free to use and beautifully designed as a native Mac app. It lets you quickly access ChatGPT directly from your menu bar, and you can immediately start chatting with the powerful language model. As soon as you have the response, you can click Copy and insert the text directly in the formatting style of your current document. But wait, you don't even have to use the app. If you enable it in the app settings, you can just type anywhere, like in this note, plus GPT followed by your prompt. If you then press Shift plus Enter, ChatGPT takes over and answers your question directly in your current document. Crazy, right? The app is pay what you want, so you can get it completely free or pay a small amount so the developer can earn some money. Okay, this next app is quite simple, but still incredibly handy. It's called Batteries, and it adds a widget to your Mac that shows the battery status of all your Apple devices, inspired by the battery widgets you get with iOS. This means that you can easily keep an eye on the battery levels of, let's say, your iPhone or Apple Watch, which isn't normally possible on your Mac. The app is very simple and does come with a steep price point of $9. It's up to you to decide whether or not it's worth the money, which you can also use the 14 days free trial for. And speaking of incredibly simple, next up is Self-Control, which is an app that's perfect if you find find yourself easily distracted by social media or other time-wasting websites. With self-control, you can block certain websites and apps for a set period of time so you can stay focused on your work or studies. Just set a period of time to block for, add sites to your block list, and click Start. Once you set the timer, there's no way to access the blocked sites until the time is up, even if you restart your computer or delete the app. Definitely very harsh, but sometimes the only way to make yourself stay focused on that essay that's due tomorrow. What's less harsh is the price, which is $0. The app is completely free to use and open source. And if you're working with an external monitor on your Mac, Monitor Control is a must-have app. Adjusting the brightness or volume of your monitor can be a bit of a hassle, and it doesn't natively integrate into the Mac software except if you're using an expensive Apple Studio display. That's where Monitor Control comes in. This app gives you a quick and easy access to your external monitor settings, allowing you to adjust the brightness and volume with just a few clicks. Compared to the ugly apps from monitor companies, it has a modern and sleek user interface that perfectly blends into macOS. You can also customize keyboard shortcuts for adjusting brightness and volume, so you don't even have to access the app. However, if you do, it quietly sits in your menu bar, waiting for you to use it. And it does that free of charge. You can download the app for free in the Mac App Store, which is where you can also get System Color Picker. You might know the Color Picker tools from Photoshop or even PowerPoint to select and detect a particular color and then copy and use it somewhere else. Color Picker adds this functionality to your menu bar so you can use it whenever and wherever you want to. Simply click on the Color Picker tool and then use the pipette to click on the color you want to select. The app will automatically copy the hex color code to your clipboard so you can paste it into your design app of choice. The app is completely free to use and you can download it in the Mac App Store. Lovely. At least as lovely as Sleeve, an interactive widget that stays on your desktop at all times and beautifully displays your currently playing music track. And it can connect with either Apple Music or Spotify. What really sets Sleeve apart is how customizable it is. If you're a design geek, you can switch between themes with just a click and choose one of the beautiful designs or create your own. In this way, you can really make your desktop unique. Sleeve costs $5.99 on the developer's website or $7.99 in the Mac App Store. Slightly less beautifully designed but definitely more functional is the app Image Optim. You might be familiar with the struggle of trying to reduce an image file size without sacrificing quality. That's where Image Optim comes in. This app is designed to help you compress your images without compromising quality, and it's incredibly easy to use. Simply drag and drop your images into the app and it will automatically optimize them for you, ensuring that you always get the smallest file possible. But that's not all. The app can also remove metadata from the image, such as locations or the camera's serial number, ensuring that your private information stays private even when you publish images on the web. With the app price, you're also on the safe side. Image Optim is open source and completely free to use. Which is also true for Rocket, a way faster emoji finder on Mac. Instead of opening the emoji window, which somehow is super unresponsive, and then searching for the emoji to insert it, Rocket lets you stay on your keyboard and on your document. Just type a colon and then the word that describes the emoji, for instance, thumbs up. Rocket then automatically inserts the thumbs up emoji. Definitely a thumbs up for this simple but intuitive app that sits quietly in the background until you need it. And best of all, you can get it for free on the web. What's also free to do is hitting the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video, which would seriously mean the most to me. And if you need even more inspiration, you can check out part 1 of this video here, jam-packed with 10 additional unique Mac apps. I can guarantee that you'll discover more apps that you want to add to your dock. I will see you there. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day.